Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. It is raining. It is raining. The husband got through his procedure yesterday. Um, it was so funny. I told him before he went in, I said, take your sunglasses with you. He's stubborn. So when he got done and we walked out of the hospital, he realized why I said that to him. So I had to hand him mine. Maybe he'll listen one day. I don't know. He might. He might not. We'll see. So we still have no refrigerator. And while he was getting his procedure done, I had a couple of goals to do while I was in that town. So only going to that town twice a year on the normal, it was kind of like a treat to get up there and look around. I didn't get to do everything I wanted because I wanted to make certain I was there when he got done so we could get the heck out of there. Because, I have too many animals here and I always feel very anxious when I'm away. When I'm away from here, that's all I think about is here. It's true. So I did have some goals. I needed to buy a cooler. And oh my gosh, they're so expensive. So I went to Goodwill first and I found a few things for my project. I went to Walmart, got the cooler, and I found a tank top for $3. It was actually a maternity tank top, but for $3. I loved the material. I loved how it looked. And so, I got that. What else did I get? A terracotta pot for another one of the projects. And I think that's it. I don't think I got anything else. I was looking at their clearance plants, but I thought, you know what? Right now, let's just get the refrigerator fixed and focus on that, plus the two projects that I have going on. Now, I want to show you pieces and parts of my first project. And I want you to go and look at it on a different YouTube channel. Ronnie and Gary Gardening Easy. Now, I have referenced their channel before when they had the rocket go by on video when the fires in California was going on, in Southern California. So I've referenced this YouTube channel before here. But she has done something that I absolutely must do. She made a watermelon hummingbird bird bath. Water fountain. Whatever. So I went, like I said, at first thing I went to Goodwill and I found the little tray that she has in hers. I got it for 99 cents, but as you can see, they're $1.25 at Goodwill. This is probably last year's design. I would say this is probably last year's design. They have them at Dollar Tree because I also went to Dollar Tree and found the watermelon cup. Okay, so she has made a watermelon cup hummingbird bird bath, and I absolutely must make one. So when I went to Goodwill, not only did I find this, but I also found a big bowl. I found a red one and I found a green one because I needed two in order to do two different fountains. Like I said, when I was at Walmart, I got a terracotta pot, and I'm using that terracotta pot for a second one because I have a colony of sparrows, and I kind of want to make one that's kind of bigger and more sturdy for them as well. So we've got it. You just need to go and look at Ronnie and Gary Gardening Easy. They have container gardens, and that's kind of how I've fashioned my little garden this year, is kind of from what they do with just what I have. I didn't go buy new pots. I didn't go buy new planters. I didn't go buy new dirt. I didn't buy anything yet for that other than plants. I have some stuff that I started from seed, but I did buy a lot of plants this year. First of all, because I wanted to make it easy for me. And number two, because I still feel like I should be going to the local family greenhouse and helping them out a little bit. So every year I go. I went 3 times this year. Actually, when I went the third time, one of the girls looked at me and went, "Penny, you've come back again?" Yeah. So here I am. Anyway, I'm going to do that hummingbird feeder, and I ordered 2 solar water pumps. They're solar powered water pumps from Walmart online. They're only, let me round it up, $8 a piece. So I got 2 of them, and so we're going to do 2 in that little garden area. So I am trying to make it whimsical and good, because I really wanted something fun this year. I haven't had a garden in years, but what I am going to say now is kind of striking some memories. This weather that we've been having is very, very similar to the weather we had when we had the hurricanes that hit and took out Indiana's electric. Okay. I have a lot of stories to tell you about that time, but the one thing I will tell you that I had one of the most amazing gardens that year, and the weather is very, very similar. And as we know, hurricanes, tornadoes, and all kinds of natural weather phenomenons are going to get worse and worse. Um, and the fact that our weather systems have been cut, you need to prepare. Prepare for hurricanes, prepare for tornadoes, prepare for whatever is coming in your area. I'm just saying, you need to. Right now I don't have a refrigerator going on. So I've got food in coolers, I've got food stuck over here and there, and then I'm feeding out a lot of food to the animals, which is fine. I have no problems with that. Because even if I were to cook it and we were only to eat so many portions of it, it would go to them anyway. So I'm fine with that. But clearing out the fridge and not being able to go grocery shopping for a couponer, it's crazy. So hopefully we'll be able to go and do an in-store shop at least this weekend. I'm not going to be getting my Friday fuel points, but hopefully I can get something to fill that fridge back up if we can get it running, because I really am missing a milk deal, fruits and vegetable deals, meat deals. I mean, I'm missing it all. So, yeah, it's a trying time right now. But what I really want to talk about today is Elon Musk. I can't stand him. He makes me sick. And he is a nefarious character. Pardon me. Okay. So, we know that Elon Musk paid how much? How many millions of dollars to Donald Trump's campaign? That's not all that he paid. He also paid other countries' parties, the opposition parties of democracy. He paid them as well. He was involved in many countries and their political parties. Okay? Now, the other countries didn't fall for the MAGA type crap, and they voted with the opposition party of his parties, which was great for the world. I mean, that's great that those people were smart enough not to vote for a MAGA type party, because this is what's causing the problem worldwide right now. Okay? The MAGA mindset, the Trumpian takeover mindset, the working with the enemy countries instead of the ally countries, that mindset. And it didn't work for Musk in the other countries, Romania and several other ones. So when Musk did his interview and he said that he was done politically, That's because he has spent a lot of money politically, not just with Donald Trump's campaign, but also in the other countries that he lost. He is a nefarious character who lives. He even said he was a meme himself or something. I don't even know all of the termination. That's like when someone calls themselves a crunchy mom. I have no idea what that means. I'm like, a crunchy mom. I just see a lot of gel in your hair, and maybe that means you're crunchy. I don't know. I don't even care. But anyway, he is a conspiracist, Nazi, anti-white, South African. He wasn't a farmer, okay? And neither were the people that they have allowed over here, but whatever. He is playing a game in his mind. This is a game. Your life is just a video game to him. World domination, and I think that was his goal. And when the other countries did not vote that in, whoa, wait a minute. It's not happening. This is the only country that voted a MAGA type agenda. Think about that. This is the only country that got through the MAGA type white supremacist dominating, using Christians as part of the voting crew, but not following Christian. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so Elon Musk got in as Doge and did a bunch of cutting, slashing, rehiring, really didn't save anything, wrote out false documentation, and then has to refigure it because it's not correct. But you all believe it if you're MAGA and whatever. You know, letting children starve in other countries from food that's already been paid for, allowing Israel to go in and demolish Gaza is a genocide. That is a genocide, people. Okay, so Elon Musk is involved in all of this, right? Okay, so he went and he cut things. And you know what else he cut? The investigations against him and his businesses. That he cut those investigations. He had investigations across our government. I think the FAA is the one that bothers me the most, because that cut allowed him to just do his rockets without any kind of warning to passenger airlines, people on the ground, to the city, the little town that's right next to it. I mean, that's bad. And then he got new contracts, new government contracts. So he's set, but he's leaving. And you know what he said? That he didn't agree with everything that the administration was doing, the regime, the criminal kings regime. And the one thing that he really didn't agree on was this big, beautiful bill. He said it can be big and it can be beautiful, but it can't be both. Now, his whole modus operandus was to slash cutting, fraud, whatever. They've never found fraud because there would be indictments, there would be congressional hearings, there would be things put in. There's been no fraud. Every bit of the money that they have cut was already allocated by Congress, and letting children starve is... He wants to produce babies, but he don't want to feed babies that are starving in other countries because they're not white. I mean, that's what it comes down to. Okay. And that's kind of the MAGA mentality that was not taken across the world, which, thank goodness, but here I am in it. Anyway, so Elon Musk got rid of all of his investigations and lawsuits that were against any of his companies. He has got new government contracts So he's making lots of money. So anything that he put into Trump's administration has been paid back. But there's losses as well. Tesla's doing horrible. Starlink's doing horrible. Because I think the pressure that Trump and he were putting on other countries to get Starlink and it not going through has taken a toll as well. So his game of world domination has come to a stop. He's only dominating one country right now, and the other countries have dismissed him. Our population has dismissed his cars. As a matter of fact, I saw a Tesla yesterday, and I actually got out of my truck and looked at it to make certain. My husband was dying laughing at me. I'm just a country bumpkin. We're in a different town, and there's a car next to me. He's like, "Is that a Tesla?" You know, one eye boy over there. Well, two-eye girl couldn't tell, so I had to get behind it. And I'm sure the guy that was driving it was like, "What is that woman doing? She's gonna bomb my Tesla." I didn't even think about that till just now. I'll help him take his Tesla emblem off, though. But anyway, so Elon has gotten everything that he wanted, but he picked up a souvenir. And this is absolutely hilarious to me. I cannot stand Wormwood Miller. Stephen Miller is the most vile, disgusting individual ever, and he is in charge of Trump. He trumps Trump. He tells Trump what to say. He tells Trump what's going on, and he's a liar. I mean, he lies on press conferences and interviews. He is a liar. He is a demon. He is what people want to call me when they say that I'm a demon because I don't fall for the MAGA evangelical swapping Christianity for white supremacy kind of stuff. No, he's evil. But the funny thing is, and I just want to put this out there at the end, is that his wife, Stephen Miller's wife, ew, I can't imagine having to be next to him, much less in a wifely manner to him. That makes me want to projectile vomit. So they put her as a liaison between the White House and Doge. Well, Elon's leaving, but he's taking her as a souvenir as MAGA turns. Y'all have a great day. Hugs from a distance. I've got a lot to do. I can't wait to get this fountain made so that you all can see it, and I'm going to show you the garden. I've got more whimsical stuff going in. I've just been kind of waiting to see which way the vines are going to go, so that way I know how I'm going to take them out of the garden, but I can put my little whimsical things in there. I hope y'all have a great day. Stay dry and always prepare, and make certain that you prepare for hurricane season, because no one's going to help you anymore. You know, people complained about FEMA. Well, North Carolina will tell you what's going on. Y'all have a great day. Hugs from a distance. Stay dry. Bye, y'all.